You might be used to the bell, but this morning we're starting our meeting with... Are we ready to start? Don't stand up. Just everybody sit, please. Remember today, in case you didn't know or get the email, is Wacky Wednesday. It all began with that shoe on the wall. A shoe on the wall shouldn't be there at all. Did you all see the shoe on the wall? Then I looked up and I said, "Oh man." And that's how Wacky Wednesday began. Today, Wacky Wednesday, don't forget to count all the things that are wacky. So ready? First of all, I'm going to pass around a social event that's coming up, so make sure you sign up and get it passed around. This concludes our meeting, Service Above Self. Next week's speaker is award-winning journalist, writer, and motivational speaker, Robin Sachs. Her topic is Get Off My Bus, How to Clarify, Get in the Driver's Seat, and Get Moving in Your Life. Next we have Rotabuck. Good, that's one, isn't it? Well, actually three. If you would read the last four digits.
9268.
That would be me. Oh, no. This is Wacky Wednesday. Actually, you have to stay everyone else. Oh, too bad.
Not a winner today.
Here's the good news. We get to pay everybody $1.
Wait a minute, you get $12.
Oh, okay.
You missed 369.
Oh,
Next, for the main event, we have our district governor and his lovely wife, Judy. Mike is from the Medina Sunrise Rotary Club, and he drove all the way from Medina to talk to us today. So if you would please stand and welcome our district governor.
Good morning.
good morning.
I want to thank you for inviting me to come here today to speak with you and to share some thoughts about our district and about Rotary. I want to thank you, first of all, though, for being Rotarians, for sharing your time, your talent, and your treasures with your community and with our world. It gives me great honor and privilege to stand here before you as part of this organization and to be associated with so many fine Rotarians. Our district our president of RI, is Gary Wang. He's from Taiwan. And he begins every meeting with what he calls the happy clap. I know some of you in the room have heard that. So we'll begin the meeting with doing the happy clap. And it's quite simple. What he does is he claps once, then twice, then 3 times, then 4 times, then twice again. And then he says, Rotary 2014-2015, and everybody puts up their thumb and says, "Tsen." It's like a Taiwanese word for excellent. And then he says, best class, and everyone says, "Tsen" again. And then he says, light up Rotary, our theme. And we all do it 3 times, "Tsen, tsen, tsen." So let's try this together here. It's not real hard. Okay, we're gonna clap. Once. Rotary 2014-2015. Best class. Light up Rotary. Excellent, thank you. Our Rotary organization is comprised of many individual clubs. And these clubs are all unique, each one of you. A unique club with special talents that you give to your community. And you have made definitely an impact in your community here in Hudson. You look at your website, you see all the great things you do, and that's excellent. So I thank you for that, and I thank you for your service. I'd like to talk to you basically in four things today. One, to share with you some facts about the district. Two, to share with you our president's goals and objectives for this year. Three, a little bit about Rotary, and then I'd like to end with a story. So first of all, the district. We started off on August the 1st with a game at the Cleveland Indians. We had over 400 people participate. Many people had on their red End Polio Now t-shirts, which I see one hanging up here by the fireplace. And we did the parade inside. It was really a great event. And I thank all of you who came to that because it did help put a little bit of a spotlight on our organization. Our next event that we're going to be doing is going to be on October the 23rd. As you know, October 24th is World Polio Day. In order to celebrate that day and to draw attention to it and to raise some money, the district has contacted Bob Evans, and Bob Evans has agreed, Melissa, a manager, has called all of the Bob Evans that exist in our district. And anyone on the 23rd of October who goes to Bob Evans, either with a flyer on a piece of paper or one that you will have on your smartphone, will be able to receive to our district a 15% of what you spend there. It's from opening to close, either dining in or carry out. So I will be giving Allison some flyers today. We'll be giving that to you electronically also. So I encourage you to take the flyers, to share them with everyone, because what we like to do is to try to get more than Rotarians to contribute to the ending of polio. So please take them on October the 23rd, go to Bob Evans, have something to eat, and help stamp out this dreaded disease. The next event will be on November the 9th. It's a Sunday afternoon. It's going to be on a Sunday on which the Browns do not play. They are playing on the previous Thursday night. So we're going to celebrate the foundation. We'll have a speaker, and also there will be a time for Bob Johnson, last year's district governor, to present his awards that the district earns. Various clubs earn various awards, so those will be presented at that event. And then April the 24th, April the 25th, at the Independence Doubletree Inn will be our district conference. It will be our opportunity to share our year together and the accomplishments that the district has done, the clubs in the district. There really are a lot more great programs in the district. You'll probably see something today about youth exchange. We have a number of things. I'm going to let the assistant governor really and truly talk to you about that. We're not going to do that today. And also, if you want to find out what's going on, two great places to look. One, the website, and two, the newsletter. I encourage you to read those and to take time to look at the website. And for the newsletter, as you know, you're always willing and able to post stuff onto that, and also with the website. Okay, part two, Gary, and what does he want for the year? He has four main things. His first is membership. About 10 years ago, an RI president said in an assembly, we are 1.2 million members strong. And this January, Gary at the International Assembly said, we are 1.2 million members strong. What that means in the last 10 years, our organization has not grown. We've stayed the same. So Gary would love to say in Sao Paulo this year at the International Convention, we are 1.3 million members. So that is our challenge as a district, as an organization, to increase membership. We have a great membership committee here in the district. Tony Carrero from Hillcrest is the person in charge of that. So if you want a speaker for a program, Tony would love to come and share that with you. He has one seminar planned at this point in August the 23rd in Strongsville, and he will be doing a few more in September. So look out for those. His next thought or goal is the foundation. He would like to increase giving to the foundation. Probably every district governor who has come and spoke before you has said, we'd like every Rotarian to give to the foundation. The foundation really is our foundation. It's our way of doing good in the world. The foundation connects us to the internationality of Rotary. So every project that every Rotarian does is sponsored by the foundation. And because you give to the foundation, it means you're a part of that. So I ask you to do that. And the amount you should give, that's a personal decision between you and what you believe in the organization. His third goal is that of Rotary Days. He would like each district in the Rotary world to pick a day and to do something to attract people in the community and to really highlight what we do. Julie West, a past district governor, is leading that committee, and they have met once, so we'll be meeting again. What we'll probably try to do is do things by clusters, because I think as a group, we work better in clusters and as the whole body coming together. His next is his theme. As you can see by the banner, it's Light Up Rotary. When Gary talked about that, he said, if I light a candle, you light a candle, we will light 1.2 million candles, and that will shine on Rotary. So at this point, I do have my little candle that I will light. When you light a candle, what does that mean? I would like to share with you two thoughts about what lighting a candle means. One, the candle and the flame represents passion, a desire that really and truly is deep within our hearts. It's a passion for doing good. It's a passion for service above self. It's a passion for helping our fellow man. And each time we do a good deed, the passion grows a little stronger, and eventually it becomes contagious. Another way of looking at the candle and the light is that throughout the ages, light has really symbolized goodness and hope. So Rotary offers a hope to our communities. The candle and the flame represent a beacon of hope, of peace and conflict resolution, of disease prevention, maternal, prenatal care, sanitation, clean water, education, literacy, economic development. This is really and truly what our organization stands for. And this is what we do each time we do good in the world. We help in these key areas of focus. So, as we move on to this third part of what is Rotary, each of you belong to a Rotary Club. And each week you come together in fellowship to break bread and to join leaders. You really and truly are leaders. You're leaders here in your community, and you're leaders in your professions. And then you share ideas and take action. The action that you take is the action that you believe is best for this community and for your club. The district is really here to help you and to support you. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're not here to say you should have certain fundraisers, you should have certain programs, or you should give to certain charities, except maybe one. It is our goal to see what you want to do and to be responsive to your needs. So if you need anything, you would like some help, please do not hesitate to call us. But I would like to remind you that at one point in time, each of you signed on the dotted line to become a member of a Rotary Club. Each of you, twice a year, pays dues to our international organization. So when you wear your pin, that really means something special. It means that you believe in, adhere to, and follow the ideals, beliefs, and philosophies of Rotary International. So when you wear your pin, your actions reflect upon our organization. So I encourage you to wear your pin, to wear it with pride, but to do it justice. And then there are times when you'll be in your community wearing your pin. You may have on a shirt that says the Rotary Club of Hudson. And people may say to you, gee, what is that organization? And some people who are older may think, well, gee, that's an organization that you have one doctor, one lawyer, one real estate agent, just one of each profession. And that's the way it used to be back in the olden days. It's no longer true that way. Other people may look and say, gee, that's a bunch of people that eat. Well, that's partially true. We do get together and eat. But really and truly, what is it? What keeps you coming back week after week, year after year, and in some cases, decades after decades? It's because at one point in time, You were a member of the Rotary Club of Hudson, but something happened along the way that caused you to be a Rotarian. Something caused the flame to burn just a little brighter, just a little stronger. It might have been if you went on an NID and you gave those 2 life-saving drops of the polio vaccine to a young child, and the mother took the child from your arms. She looked at you. She had tears in her eyes but a smile on her face, and she thanked you. She thanked you for saving her child from such a dreaded disease. But maybe you didn't actually go there, but you saw that on the website, or you had a speaker talk about it. But you realize that you, as a Rotarian, are very much a part of that. Anytime you've made a donation to Polio Plus, be it an actual donation to polio, or if you bought a raffle ticket to the first pitch, if you go to Bob Evans on the 23rd, you're doing just as much as putting those 2 drops in that child's mouth. Just think about it for a second. We are this close to ending the disease. What an incredible gift we are giving mankind, to our fellow human being, to eradicate such a dreaded disease from this world. Close your eyes. Picture a world without crippled kids. It's because of you. It's because of each and every one of you. But maybe it's water that has struck a little bit of passion in you. You may see pictures of communities, of schools. And in those schools, you see a lot of boys. You don't see girls. And that's because in some communities, girls are not treated with the same respect of boys. So boys go to school. Girls have to walk to get water. But through Rotary, a lot of times with the matching grants, the foundation, we put water wells in towns. We have water filtration systems. So now when you see pictures of schools in those towns, you know you're not seeing just boys, you're seeing boys and young ladies. So what you've done by putting a water well in the town, you have given the water, clean water to that town, but you've also given girls an education. And because of that, kids are drinking good water and not bad water. And all of you know the kind of disease and uncomfortable feelings you will get if you drink nasty water. There was just a study done by the World Health Organization that talked about stunted growth being partially caused not by much nutrition, but because of bad water. So again, it's something that you have caused as a Rotarian. You're making the world a better place for mankind. Or maybe a foreign exchange student will have the experience and come back. It happened to us just in July when a young lady saw us and said, I want to thank you for that experience, for sending me abroad. It changed my life. There are things I'm doing today that I never could have done if it weren't for Rotary. So thank you very much for doing that. Or maybe at the holidays you adopted a family and you gave them gifts. And you received a letter back from the family saying, thank you. Thank you very much, Rotary, for giving my child these presents. They were the only gifts Johnny opened that morning. I wish you could have seen the joy in his eyes, the smile on his face. It brought tears to my eyes to see him. Thank you for making my child's life a little better. Could have been in a food pantry, giving food to people who have nothing. The backpack program, knowing there are kids who go home for weekends without food, but you have caused that to happen. So it might have been something that you've been actively involved in. It might have been a speaker that have come here and you heard what the person did. Or it might have been one of those young people who spoke at your four-way test speech contest and talked about some of the things going on, like last year, the young lady with the body images. And you thought, gee, we are giving these kids this opportunity. It's something we're doing that's very great. So, it really makes no difference whether you've done something in a foreign country or right here in Hudson. If you're given to our foundation or if you're given money to a cause, you saw a need, you felt a connection, you made a response, and you made the world better. You realize that you, along with 1.2 million other people, have made this place better for mankind. And you know that the collective force of Rotary is so much greater than all the individual donations together. And that is what we do. And you may think to yourself, oh gee, What good could I do? But let me share with you a Greek proverb, and that is, wise men plant trees, knowing they will never sit in the shade of those trees. So I invite you this year to continue to plant those trees, that one year there will be a generation of young people sitting in the shades of a better life. And that's because of you. It's because of what each and every one of you do. I'd like to end with a story. It's a story that I told every year at the start of soccer season to my kids and to their parents. In ancient Rome, there was a philosopher. His name was Lucretius. Lucretius wrote a work called the De Rerum Natura, and Lucretius would go into the forum and he would teach about his work. And he would do this, and over a period of time, he developed a great following. And then, as sometimes as it happens when you have a great following, other people become jealous. So these two men decided they needed to trip Lucretius up so he wouldn't be so popular. So they contrived this plot. They thought they would catch a living creature and hold it, one in his hands. They'd ask Lucretius if this living creature were dead or alive. And if he said the creature were living, they would so ever tightly put their hands together and opened up a smashed creature. If he said it were dead, they'd open their hands, it would run away. So a few days later, Lucretius was in the forum, and the two men, one got the creature, one was with him, went to him, the one guy raised his hand and said, "Mr. Lucretius, I have a question." And Lucretius says, "Yes, my friends, what is it?" And the one man says, "Mr. Lucretius, in my hand I have a creature. Could you tell me if this creature is living or dead?" And Lucretius looked at them, looked at the crowd, and he said, "Friends, you know, my friends, the answer lies in your hands." And so I submit to you, my friends, that the kind of year we have together, our ability to light up Rotary, to make this world, this community a better place, is really and truly in your hands. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being Rotarians. I want to thank you for your service. I want to thank you for your willingness to make this place better for our brothers and our sisters, no matter where they may be. I want to thank you for being the light, the beacon of hope for our communities. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very well done and very interesting. Next, we have our Rotary Exchange student, Gabrielle Palmieri. Would you like to come up and maybe say a few words about what you're going to do, when you're leaving, where you're going?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Gabrielle Palmieri, and I just want to thank the Rotary Club for allowing me to study abroad. I'm going to Cremona, Italy. It's like 45 minutes away from Milan, and my host family is a mom and 3 sons, and the oldest son is actually in Columbus, Ohio, and I've been talking to like him and my mom through like Facebook and email, and I've met a lot of his friends, so they're getting me pretty excited to go. This is going to be the PowerPoint that I'll show them in Italy when I arrive. I'm from Hudson, Ohio. It's in between Cleveland and Akron. There's the Ohio flag and the American flag and the United States. There's Hudson. The history of Hudson, it was founded in 1799 by David Hudson. It's a part of the Underground Railroad that guided slaves to freedom. After the American Civil War, Hudson had many financial problems. James W. Ellsworth saved the town, and he also built the Hudson Clock Tower. That's my family. My 2 brothers and my sister, and I'm the youngest. Those are my grandparents. That's me and my cousins and my brother at Thanksgiving, and then me and my siblings at Christmas. That's my school and our new stadium that we got for my senior year. This is just me and my friends at like soccer games and football games. Me and my friends at more football games and basketball games, and then that picture is powder puff football, where like the senior girls play flag football with the junior girls, and then the seniors always win. These are just pictures of school dances. It's homecoming, Sadie's, where the girls ask the guys to the dances, and then prom pictures. These are some of my cross-country friends and then some of my cheerleading friends. I cheered for basketball, and I ran cross-country and cheered in middle school through high school. These are some of my family and friends at graduation parties that I went to this summer. And then, these are me and my friends at graduation, and then we all decorate our caps, and I did the Italian flag. And these are some more of my friends at graduation, my family at graduation. This is downtown Hudson, the library, and just like the main area with shops and everything. That's the gazebo and the clock tower. And then I have some pictures of my house to show people when I get there see what an American house looks like. So yeah. Thank you. Am I done? Does anyone have a question or anything? Yeah.
Are you going to have to give that presentation in Italian, or?
I think so at the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well said. Come on. So, here.
Italian do you know?
Not very much yet, but I will have to learn. So,
How long will you be there?
like 10 months or so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where are you going to school after you come back?
University of Dayton.
Perhaps you could mention to the Italians that Dante Lavelli is the most famous resident of Hudson. I'm sure that will be of interest and pride. Okay, go ahead.
Anything
Do
else?
you think you'd be Skyping in like a meeting with the club one time from Italy?
If they want me to, I guess.
You want to get up very early.
Yeah.
I know you'll make us very proud. There's no Rotary history this week. Our Rotary historian, Duncan Tanner, emailed me. He's still on the road with his Hire Duncan Tanner to raise funds for nonprofit roadshow. But he said he'll be back next week with his Tennessee Monkeys and Rotary tidbit. We also do not have a 5-minute Rotarian. David Basil emailed me yesterday to say his mother-in-law is very ill, so we'll give him a bye on that. But next week, does anybody know who is up next week for our 5-minute Rotarian? And he's here today too. Joe, Reverend Joe, that's you, right? Okay. You're real enthusiastic, I can tell. All righty, are you ready to play Rotary Jeopardy?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Remember, I give you the clue, and you have to be the first. Raise your hand to give the correct response in the form of a question. Okay, here it is. Volito quod expecto. This Rotarian enjoys his Latin, sampling whiskey and beer at Rotary, and riding his motorcycle. You have to raise your hand.
Who is John Archer?
Who is? Yes. Stand up, please, so we can acknowledge. Yes. Yes, that's his motto. Hurry up and wait. Come get your prize. It is Snap Hand. You can play this with your grandchildren. So I thought I'd make it easier by saying the next week's 5-minute speaker is Reverend Joe, so he was also the answer.
Gee, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, now moving right along backwards, we have Jimmy Sutphin, chair of our Recognition Celebration Committee.
Thank you, Prez. Before the invocation, I would like to mention that Gabrielle has got a lot of experience because her mother not a long time ago, but some time ago, was outbound as a Rotary Exchange student from Jamestown, New York, to Japan. Her older brother, Chris, went to Germany, and her older sister, Allison, went to Spain. And you have a hard act to follow because when she came back from Spain, she came to our club and did a Spanish dance. So, the pressure is on. Good thinking. I would like to mention, Connie, Liz asked me to mention that Connie Murkowski is still recovering. She has a neck brace. I also talked with her. She has a doctor's appointment on September the 4th, so she hopes that that will be the day the neck brace comes off. But drop her a card. I know she's now an honorary member, so it'd be kind of nice to have her hear from us. Last night at 10 o'clock, I got a call from Jim Hackney. Talk about a dedicated Rotarian. He says, Jimmy, I can't be there tomorrow to give the invocation. My dog is sick. I've heard a lot of reasons, but that's the best one so far. It is kind of wacky, right? It qualifies. And our invocation for today, prayer for just enough. Oh Lord, give me enough tears to keep me human, enough humor to keep me wise, enough setbacks to keep me humble, enough accomplishments to keep me confident, enough patience to teach me waiting, enough hope to teach me trusting, enough friends to give me love, enough memories to give me comfort, and enough faith to keep me going. And all God's people said, amen. Amen.
Thanks, Jimmy. Now we have announcements, and remember to sign in at the front desk because you might win the Lyle Poley Attendance Award for each quarter to the person or persons who attend the most meetings. Now we'll have Ed Sogan. Are you ready, Ed?
Since I was cut short on the 3-minute Rotarian, I'll complete my, no, okay. Had the pleasure of being an athletic director with Mike, and he did a great job over at Medina, and very pleased to see him in a leadership role with the Rotary. Couple things, again, I've got the sign-up list that we'll be passing around quickly because this is kind of the end of the meeting type thing, but this is for the Taste of Hudson coming up on Labor Day weekend. On the second sheet is the setup and tear down. On the first sheet, we have our express sales for the cards, and again, that's a fun thing to do during the event. The setup and tear down is a monumental job, and normally we're talking about, again, tables and chairs and moving things around, etc. for that, so I'll pass that around right now. A couple other things that are coming up. We have school starting today, so make sure, again, you're keeping your eyes open in regards to our young students boarding the buses, etc. And the second reason is that our safety forces are on patrol looking for people that are speeding through those school zones. They are on duty and very proficient in their clocking of your speeds. On September 13th, which is a Saturday, again, we're going to have the ribbon cutting for the Malson Athletic Center, and then following that will be Family Fun Night. If you have grandchildren in the area, this is an event for young families, and it's held at the stadium. If the weather's inclement, it'll be indoors. On September 15th, speaking of Dante Lavelli, we'll have the Dante Lavelli Hometown Hero Golf Tournament over at Hudson Country Club. If you are interested in getting a foursome, get to me. It'll be a great day, and the proceeds are going to go to an area that we have developed to honor Dante at Memorial Stadium. Remember, he's a Hudson graduate, a Ohio State alumni, national championship team in 1942, a Battle of the Bulge veteran in the U.S. Army during World War II, and again, a member of the Cleveland Browns and a Hall of Fame member. So there's a great event to honor him on on the September 15th. So please, again, if you have any questions, see me after the meeting, and we'll be glad to hook you up with any of those events. Thanks.
And just a quick announcement about the golf outing. We have 18 of you who have signed up for the golf outing, so we're going to have it. And we have 24 people coming into the reception so far. So if you want to come to the reception, you still have time to do that. If you haven't paid for the golf outing, if you're one of the 18, please see me so that I can either get your check or your credit card number so we can go ahead and do that. And then lastly, I've been asked to propose that we start a little bit later so that folks can go to work in the morning. So I'm going to talk with the golf course today and make sure that we can move it back a couple hours so that folks can go to work in the morning and come out and play in the afternoon. It's really not going to mess with the golf or the reception at all because we don't have a lot of people playing, so it's not going to take that long as a normal golf outing. So if anybody has any questions about that, please don't hesitate to see me. You guys know my numbers there. It's on the golf slip. Thanks.
Well, I'm excited. Finally, we've got our golf outing ready to go. We just need some good weather, not like today. Bob, did you want to mention Art on the Green? I think he needs some volunteers and some spots to fill.
We were doing good and having people fill in all the slots. And when I was up here last week, we had one opening, and then it went to 2, then to 3, then to 4. So we're now at 4 openings. So and the main one I'm concerned about, if somebody can step up, is 3:30 to 5:30 on Saturday. That slot, we only have 3 people. So if anybody feels like they could participate at a little bit more, give me a call, send me an email, and we'll get you involved. Other than that, we're in good shape. Everything, all the food's ordered. I'm picking it up on Saturday morning, and we're setting up on Friday afternoon at 3:30. So, see you there.
And that's a fun event. I'll be bringing my 2 granddaughters again because they think they're old pros, having done it for 2 years in a row. So bring your families and come enjoy. Next, our Rotary Club Secretary, Chris Barker, will introduce our guests.
Well, I know we've met a few of our guests already, but if they would please stand up when I announce their names. Of course, we have Gabrielle Palmieri here, and we have her parents, Joe and Diana Palmieri. If you please give them a warm Rotary welcome. And then visiting us from the Metropolitan Lubbock, Texas Rotary, we have Walter Smith. If you would please stand up so we can welcome you. Well, thank you for joining us today.
I have to say it, don't you just love our weather?
I grew up here. So
Ah, okay.
yes, I do like to see rain. That's not something we don't see too much.
Allison,
Yes.
can I ask can anybody tell us about the cliff jumping?
You're jumping ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm all thrown off by the wackiness,
So next we want to thank our AV team members. We've got Jimmy Sutphin, Tom Page, who is here bright and early. Tom was here before I got here too, so good for him. But we need some more AV members. And if we get enough people, it's just a matter of rotating, taking turns. And they have a lot of fun. They were playing some fun music and some other things early this morning before you all got here. James? Oh, don't tell us. We don't want to know.
So we will need someone to do the camera.
All right, so we need someone to step up, and it's easy. It's like a home camera, isn't it? You just focus. All right. I would do it, but I can't do 2 things at once. We also thank you to our greeters, Bob Crampf and Ed Sogan, did a great job. Who's making a difference?
We are.
How are we making a difference? Lighting up Rotary. How are we making a difference? Lighting up Rotary. Good. Now we have our songmeister, Dick Pearsall.
don't know the words to Singing in the Rain, but I thought since it's wacky days, we'll sing America, you know. No, not backwards. The regular America, you know, my country 'tis of thee. We're going to sing it backwards, though. So here we go. My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Of thee I sing, land where my father died, land of the pilgrim part. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. Some of you weren't turned backwards.
Normally, Ron Strobel is here, but he's in Minnesota welcoming his new grandchild. So I'm not sure who's supposed to do the Pledge of Allegiance. But since I don't know, Den Rich volunteered. And he's dressed appropriately today, too.
All together now, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The four-way test is backwards.
The four-way test is backwards. What do you know? Do you remember it?
First. Is it? Okay, fourth. Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Third.
Build goodwill and better friendships.
Second.
Is it fair to all concerned?
First.
Is it the truth? Yes. Joe, do you want to stand up so we can see your... Let the camera look at you, too. You dressed for it today. Look at James. Look at James. So, we're at the end, or almost the end. The beginning. Wacky Wednesday was gone when I counted them all, and I even got rid of that shoe on the wall. How many things did you count that are wacky? Of course, I have a prize for the person who's got the most that they counted. Right?
Yeah.
One.
Christmas tree.
Shoes, right? That's not wacky. That's my Kentucky Derby hat. I got it loaned from my sister. Christmas tree. Christmas candy. Where was the Christmas candy? I didn't think that was wacky, but my husband did. What else do you see? Ah. I picked that up in Tennessee. I had to go to the Piggly Wiggly store just because. That's not me. What else? Banners backwards, good. Shoe on the wall and on the ceiling. That's good. That's good. What else? Snowflake, that's good. And Tom brought up the parachute club, the wacky sign up, and then a couple people did sign up. Read them. This is not reflective views of the Rotary Club. Rocky the Flying Squirrel. Chip the Monk with an email at faith@goodmail.com or gmail.com. Barack Obama, no parachute required. I said it doesn't reflect views. Nancy Pelosi needs a push. Sylvester Stallone, you want to have a good time, you need a good watch. Cut me, Mick. Don't get that one. Johnny Manziel, one finger will do it. So, anybody else? Anybody notice flowers or anything? Flowers on the table, were they flowers? They were weeds. My poor husband had to go out and pick the weeds. So, yes, see over? Can you see over at the chair next to the buffet table that everybody had to go past? Oh, okay, good. That was different than our bell, right? So, anything else? We said the Christmas tree light. That's it. We're done. So have a great day. Enjoy. Yes?
Real quick, we do have something for each of you. It's a little packet. It has a candle in it, so you can light up Rotary. It also has a pen that does have the Daily District Conference. But Judy, my wife, over right here, usually passes those out. And also, we do have our theme pin this year. It's not Rotary. I know some people do not like their pins, so if you don't want a pin, that's fine. But if you do want one of our theme pins, we have those too. So if you'd like to have a theme pin, we will give you a theme pin.
Any other questions, comments? Enjoy your day.